Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Rvtv's Game of the Week, where today we've got a good one for you as the Rancocas Valley boys volleyball team takes on Moorestown. Jason Sapp here to bring you all the action. What should be a fun one here tonight from the gymnasium at Rancocas Valley Regional High School. RV comes into this one with a record of 4-4. They're coached by TJ Colling, and they're coming off of a 2-1 loss at Cherry Hill East in their last matchup. Moorestown comes in with a record of 5-3. They are coached by Paul Sinatra. They're coming off of a 2-0 loss at Eastern. Teams getting ready to take the court. We'll give you the starting lineups in just a little bit. As teams again getting ready again with volleyball, you get a lot of changes with the rosters, so we're going to give you the best starting lineup we have here. So for the Red Devils, we have number 23, Scott Sweeney. We have number 40, Tony Tolmeyer. We have number 42, Zachary No. We have number 15, Dom Delgado. And we have number 46. Well, unfortunately, I do not have on my roster. And we have, of course, number 22, Stephen McCarty out there as well. Again, we'll get you some lineups as we go along. And just to round out the lineup for the Red Devils, we have number 36, Jake Iconic. So as we're getting ready to get started, let's take a look at the season recap here. Actually, before we do that, we are going to get started. And we are underway. As Moorestown not able to control that one, and RV will get the first point of the night. So 1-0 RV here to start out set number one. And first serve of the day for the Red Devils. Met there by Moorestown, tipped over, as that point will go to RV. That was number 23, Scott Sweeney. He will be serving for the second straight time as the Devils lead this one 2-0 in the first set. Nice dig there by Moorestown. Sweeney's there to meet for RV. There's Iconic setting up for No. His serve a little too strong, and possession goes back to Moorestown. For the Quakers, we have number 27, Ethan Lee, number 41, Ryan Lee, number 1, Kyle O'Sullivan. As the serve, first serve here for Moorestown. Devils set that one off the tip. And setting it back off the tip once again. Devils there to meet. Here's Sweeney setting it up for No. Zachary No sends it back over. Moorestown's there to meet. Back and forth we go off the net. Too many on the Moorestown side, and RV takes possession back. Just to finish up the starting lineups here for Moorestown, we have number 9, Michael Kogel, and number 2, Charlie Bird Leitner. All right, RV back to serve. And not able to get that to go. Zachary No. So possession goes right back to Moorestown. And again, substitutions come early and often. Here is number 33, Dylan Mize has checked in now for Moorestown. Served by the Quakers, met there by RV. Just over the top of the net, point goes to the Red Devils. Back to serve now for RV will be number 22, Stephen McCarty. Serve up for McCarty, just skims the top of the net for an ace. And RV has taken a 5-2 to lead here in the first set. Serves up, and the same result again. Another ace for Stephen McCarty. Great start here in the first set for the Red Devils. Serve is up, and Moorestown setting it back over. Good effort there to keep it alive. RV gets it back over the net there. Moorestown now setting things up. Good effort there by RV, but a nice play there on the kill by Ryan O'Sullivan, number 40, who now checks out. And number 32, Charlie Duffy, checks in for Moorestown. 6-3 Red Devils. Moorestown serves. RV with a little trouble in this one. No's going to send it over. Now the setup by Moorestown, the spike and the score by the Quakers. Moorestown coming back in this one, 6-4 now in set number 1. Sorry, we're trying to get caught up here a little bit. The game started a little earlier than we expected, but we're now ready to go. All right, here's RV setting this one up. Great spike, a thunderous spike there by Jake Iconic. And RV will bring in 2 substitutions. Number 45, John Frombach has checked in. As the Red Devils now will go back to serve. This is number 28, Brady Taylor, who has also checked in. Wrong spike, setting it up, sends that one over. That's going to be a point for Moorestown. Now possession goes back to Moorestown. This is number 1, Kyle O'Sullivan, who will send it over. And now RV will send this one back. Moorestown just gets possession. And too many on the Moorestown side again as RV will take it back. 8-5 RV. As Jake Iconic will go back once more. Another strong spike met there by Moorestown. Now the Devils in possession. Big spike there by No. Setting this one up. Frombach sends it over. He scores. RV up by 3, 9-6. And good start here for the Red Devils in this Olympic Conference matchup with the Quakers. Both these teams making the move over to the Olympic Conference this season. Iconic sends that one over. Here's Morristown's strong spike there on the corner by Dylan Mize. And Mize will now go back to serve for Morristown. RV leading by 3. Good dig there, trying to keep this one alive, and they do. Just out of bounds there, and Morristown will keep possession. Quakers now trailing by 2. And that one will not clear the net. RV will take it back, and quick substitutions once more. As number 46, Joey Luce has checked in. And as has number 31, Ryan Thalwitzer. Thalwitzer goes back to serve. Ryan serve, having some trouble there on the Moorestown side. They get it over. Thalwitzer setting it up. Goes back to No. And he fools the Moorestown defense on that one. Point to the Red Devils as they go up by 4. Ryan Thalwitzer back to serve. Great start here for RV and a really nice crowd here on both sides of the gym. Moorestown setting this one up, setting it back, met at the net. Strong rejection, but it heads out of bounds. Last touch by RV, so point will go to Moorestown. As Stephen McCarty will check back in for RV. Quakers back to serve. Charlie Duffy. Setting one up. Moorestown now looking to respond. Strong spike. And a quick whistle there. Point will be awarded to Moorestown. Quakers coming back in this one, now trailing by 2. 11-9 your score here in set number 1. Sends this one over. RV having trouble with it, and they're not going to get that one to go. So again, Moorestown gets another point. And now, after trailing them by 4, now it's a 1-point game. And that one's not going to clear the net, so RV gets a little bit of breathing room. And a couple of substitutions coming in with Dom Delgado and Scott Sweeney back in. RV now up 12-10 in the first set. Lots of stats and information to give you. When we have a moment, we'll do that. Again, we kind of had an early start to this game we were expecting. As that point will just stay in play there for number 23, Scott Sweeney. And RV's lead is back up by 3. Devils send this one over, and that's going to be an ace for Sweeney. Scott Sweeney gets another one for RV, and the lead is back up to 4 once again. 14-10 RV. Met there by Moorestown, and miscommunication in the front there by the Quakers. So RV extends its lead now to 5. And we have our first timeout of the day here, as the Quakers will call a timeout. That gives us a chance to also catch our breaths here for a moment and look over the season recap here for both of these teams. RV 4-4 on the year, coming to this one 3-2 in the Olympic Conference. Their first season in the Olympic. Wins this year over the likes of Sterling, Cherry Hill West, West Windsor South, and Camden. And their 4 losses coming to Pinelands, Egg Harbor, Eastern, and Cherry Hill East. Moorestown, meanwhile, 5-3 in their first season in the Olympic Conference, 3-2 in the conference. Wins over the likes of Paul VI, Cherry Hill East, Pennsauken, Highland, and Camden Tech. There are 3 losses coming to Washington Township, Cherry Hill West, and Eastern. So RV leading this one by 5 in set number 1, 15-10. Coming out of the Moorestown timeout. Scott Sweeney will go back to serve. He's gotten a couple points in a row here for RV, looking to keep the scoring streak going. Sweeney sends that one over. That's going to be another one there for Sweeney, as Moorestown is having real difficulty handling his serve right now. RV up 6. That serve a little too strong, and that one will go back to Moorestown, but a good run there for Scott Sweeney. And now Moorestown will take possession back. That serve out of play there for Ethan Lee. Zachary No will head back for the Red Devils. Serve from No. As Moorestown looks to set this one up, blocked at the net, but still alive on the RV side. And that one will go to the Quakers. So RV had its largest lead of the game so far at 6. And now Moorestown chipping away. Here's Moorestown in possession, sending it back over. And rejected at the net, but still on the RV side. And again blocked at the net. Great defense there by Moorestown. Hard work pays off for the Quakers on that one as they get the point to go. And Moorestown has made it a 4-point game once again. Met there by McCarty. And a quick strike there by Moorestown. RV not able to recover, and Moorestown gets another point. Back to serve again for Moorestown is number 41, Ryan Lee. That there by McCarty, the setup looking for a point for RV, and this one's going to go for the Red Devils. That was Joey Luce, number 46. And now back to serve, Stephen McCarty. Not able to clear the net, and right back to Moorestown we go, 18-14. Now back for the Quakers, the libero number 2, Charlie Bird Leitner. And tipped at the net there. Good defense again by the Quakers. Good anticipation there, but Moorestown's able to take the point once again. As here are the Quakers coming right back in this one now, 18-16, as we enter the latter stages of set number 1. Bird Leitner sends it over. Iconic there. That one hit the ceiling, so that's going to be a point for the Red Devils. And a couple of substitutions here. As for RV, number 28, Brady Taylor will check in. And number 45, John Frombach also checks in. Taylor will go back to serve. Good net there by Moorestown, and set back over. Quick reaction by the Devils. Strong spike there by number 45, John Frombach. As RV back in the driver's seat here with a 4-point lead, 20-16, as they look to try to close out set number 1. Big matchup here in the Olympic Conference. These two local rivals. Right now it's RV with the advantage. Good dig there by the Quakers. Quick reaction by the Devils. Now RV looking to set this one up here is Iconic. He gets that one to go. RV is 4 points away from closing out the first set. As I said earlier, really nice crowd here today. The crowd's still filing in on this one. Again, a little bit earlier of a start than we expected, but a really nice crowd here today. And good effort there by Moorestown, keeps it alive. Just gets it over the net there. A nice play by Charlie Duffy, as he's going to give Moorestown possession right back. 21-17 Red Devils. Just gets that one over. RV looks to set this one up. Moorestown's there to meet it. Moorestown having trouble getting over the net, but they finally do. Now it's RV looking to make a play. Rejected in front of the net there. As that was Duffy once again. He's having a great game here for the Quakers. As Moorestown is still hanging around here in set number 1, now trailing by 3. Moorestown possession now with Kyle O'Sullivan serving. And setting this one up, just out of play, and Moorestown will continue to cut into that RV lead. The Devils were up by 6 at one point in this set. They've had 4-point leads a couple of times, now only leading by 2. And here's your setup for Iconic once again. Not able to get that one to go. Timeout RV. We've got a 1-point game here. Moorestown 21-20. They trail this one, but a rally back here by the Quakers makes RV take a timeout. So while we have a timeout, let's take a look at the last time these teams met. It was April 8th of last season, 2022, here at RV. The Devils were a 2-1 winner that day. Dominic Delgado, 7 kills. Tanner Sims had 14 assists. Luke Kolbeck of Moorestown had 6 kills. Ethan Lee had 10 assists. As the Red Devils and Quakers, rivals in the BCSL for many years, and now both moving over to the Olympic Conference this season, as RV and Moorestown look to try to make some ground here early in the season. Again, both teams coming in today with a 3-2 mark in the conference. And a win here today will go a long way for both teams. All right, so coming out of the timeout, Moorestown has possession. Kyle O'Sullivan will go back to serve as Moorestown trails this one 21-20. Dig there by the Devils. The setup, a quick spike, and we have a tie ball game here in set number 1. Moorestown has come all the way back. Again, trailed by 6 at one point. And now we've got a tie game at 21. Devils trying to retake the lead. Rejected. But this one will fall in favor of RV. So the scoring run for Moorestown comes to an end. And the Devils now will take that 1-point lead as Jake Iconic will head back to serve. Devils 3 points away from closing out the set. Strong serve. And just over into the RV side, the Devils having trouble with this one. That's going to head out of play, and Moorestown has tied things once again. 22 all here as RV and Moorestown are in a battle here in set number 1. Set up for no, he sends that one over, tip to the net. Moorestown now having trouble. Quakers able to get it over. And set up once again, not able to connect there as Moorestown for the first time has taken the lead. RV is going to call another timeout. Moorestown 23, RV 22. My goodness. Well, again, while we have another timeout, let's take a look at some varsity sports scores from earlier in this season. Boys tennis, a 5-0 loss at West Deptford. Golf picked up a win at Cherry Hill West, 170-191. In a matchup of two of the top teams in South Group 4, RV dropped a 6-1 decision at Lenape in softball. Baseball picks up a 14-4 win over West Windsor South. And boys lacrosse dropped a 17-9 decision at Lenape. All right, still looking to close out this set, as Moorestown has taken the lead for the first time, 23-22. Quakers will go back to serve, as this will be Dylan Mize, number 33. Devils need this point back. They cannot get it as Moorestown is now a point away from taking set number 1. It's just what's been a drastic turn of events here in this set. Moorestown can now close it out. Possibly the last chance for the Devils. And that's not going to do it. Moorestown comes back to win set number 1, 25-22. A big rally by the Quakers as they trailed by 6 at one point. But they come back and pick up the win in set number 1, 25-22. All right, teams are going to switch sides. That's going to give us another moment to remind our viewers that the game you're watching and other events are available for purchase from the Rvtv video library. Visit our school's webpage at www.rvrhs.com. And as always, all proceeds benefit the Jerry Krockenberg Memorial Scholarship. Teams are going to talk strategies over. I'd like to take a quick moment to thank my crew for coming out here today. Declan McMullen, Savannah Head, Jewel Sue, thank you guys for coming out. Again, this game started a little bit sooner than we thought. Scheduled for a 5:15 start, but instead we started at about 4:50, so good thing we got here when we did. But either way, we're good to go here, as now we're getting ready for set number 2 between the Red Devils and the Quakers. And again, while we're waiting, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule here for the Red Devils. So after today, RV will begin a 2-game road trip. Tuesday, May 2nd, they will travel to Northern Burlington High School for a 3:45 start time. All remaining games here with a 5:15 start. Wednesday, May 3rd, Devils will travel to Pennsauken Tech. Then coming back home Thursday, May 4th against Burlington Township. Friday, May 5th, RV goes on another 2-game road trip. First, a matchup at Cherry Hill West. And then Monday, May 8th, a matchup at GCIT. Devils then come home for 2 straight. Wednesday, May 10th against Camden Tech, and Thursday, May 11th against Eastern. So a win here today will go a long way for both teams in the Olympic Conference chase. And again, spring sports, we want to say just kind of getting started, but we're already in week 3 here of spring sports, so things are moving by at a very quick pace. Seasons, of course, have been shortened compared to previous years. So the spring season for 2023 moving by at a rapid pace here for Rancocas Valley. And for some teams, it's been a pretty good start. Others are still trying to find their footing. Baseball and softball have both been off to a pretty good start overall. Softball was ranked as high as number 2 in South Jersey Group 4. I think they're currently the 4 seed right now as of this broadcast, but hanging around the top 5. Baseball also having a good start as they're climbing the rankings. Lacrosse teams also both teams still trying to kind of get their footing together. As I mentioned, girls lacrosse having a bit of a slow start to their season. Boys lacrosse also, I think they're right about the 500 mark right now. And we've got a big track meet going on while we're doing this broadcast. Track teams, of course, have been very successful over the last couple of years. So a very busy time of the year here at RV. As we now get ready to start set number 2, as again, Moorestown won the first set 25-22. Teams flip the court. Moorestown now on the near side, we'll call it for us. RV now on the far side. So again, Moorestown rallied in that first set to take the victory. Let's see if possibly the Red Devils can now do that this go around, or will Moorestown just continue to apply the pressure that they did. They changed up their defense a little bit, a lot more pressure in front of the net, and RV really struggled to get some of their serves over. As Moorestown again had a big rally and came back for that victory. All right, just getting ready to get started here. And again, this crowd just continues to file in. And once one of the largest volleyball crowds I've seen here in quite some time. All right, Moorestown's going to start things out here. As going back to serve will be Ethan Lee. RV will meet. Sends it over off the rejection, and RV will take point number 1, just like they did in the first set. We saw the number 67, Nate Monroe, was in there as well for RV. Again, the Red Devils changing their lineup early and often. Delgado's in there right now, Joey Luce. Zachary No up front. Scott Sweeney now back to serve. Stephen McCarty and Jake Iconic rounding out the lineup right now for the Red Devils. So that point will go right back to Moorestown, and now number 41, Ryan Lee, will serve. So right now on the court we have Ethan Lee, Ryan Lee, Dylan Mize, Ryan O'Sullivan, Kyle O'Sullivan, and Charlie Bird Leitner. Point back to the Red Devils. They take that one to go back up 2-1. Zachary No back to serve. That's going to head out of bounds, and we have a tie game once again. Charlie Bird Leitner now back for Moorestown. Here's RV setting that one over, met by Moorestown. Right in front of the net, but the Quakers quick to respond. Set up now for Iconic. Moorestown's going to have trouble with that one. That's going to go to RV. Jake Iconic with another strong serve there. He gets another kill for the day. And now number 46, Joey Luce, will go back to serve. O'Sullivan sends that one over. He gets a point for RV, or excuse me, for Moorestown. Now Kyle O'Sullivan will go back to serve. We are tied once again at 3. That serve will head out of bounds. No, it just stays in. Looked like it was heading out. RV certainly thought it was heading out. But it just falls in for a point for the Quakers. O'Sullivan to serve. Off the dig. Heading back. Lee. And rejected in front of the net there. Iconic with another big play. Lee sends that one over. Setting it up for Iconic once again. Too strong and out of bounds. Moorestown takes a 2-point lead. 5-3 Quakers. As O'Sullivan sends this one over. Strong spike there, Dominic Delgado. And substitution now for RV as Nate Monroe, number 67, and John Frombach, number 45, have checked in. So a big play there by Delgado. That's exactly what RV needed to get back in this one, now trailing by 1. And sending it back. And out of play there as the Red Devils will have this one tied up once again now at 5. Back to serve will be Nate Monroe. Just gets it over the top of the net. Moorestown now looks to send it over. Dig there by the Devils. Iconic setting it up. And right in front of the net there, but it stays alive on the RV side. Frombach sends it over, rejected in front of the net there. Big play by Ethan Lee, number 27. Moorestown back up by 1. Quakers now back to serve. It's Dylan Mize, number 33. Sends it over. Devils setting this one up. Too strong once again and out of play. And now a 2-point lead for RV. Red Devils really have been struggling over the last couple of minutes. Here's RV trying to set up once more. No, sends it over again, too strong and out of bounds. And a timeout by RV as Moorestown's getting excited. They're now up 8-5 here in set number 2 as the Red Devils and the Quakers are battling it out here in this second set. Again, RV, you got to remember when they had that big lead in the first set and just saw it kind of get wiped away there by Moorestown. And RV has really been struggling since as they have now given up another point. Moorestown now up 8-5. Had a couple of ties here in this second set, but now it's the Quakers who are on a scoring run. 3 straight points now for Moorestown. So RV's got to try to find an answer here and got to cut into this Moorestown lead. Again, the Quakers won the first set, 25-22. And now Moorestown will go back to serve once more behind number 33, Dylan Mize. Again, both these teams looking for a crucial win in the Olympic Conference, as that one will fall in favor of the Red Devils. So RV needed that one, get that serve back, and it will be Jake Iconic heading back as RV now trails by 2. That one's going to head out of bounds and go right back to Moorestown. And the Quakers' 3-point lead is back again. Now serving is number 32, Charlie Duffy. Out of bounds, so RV will get it right back. 9-7 your score now. As substitution on the Moorestown side, Charlie Bird Leitner has checked back in. Served by Stephen McCarty. Moorestown puts it back on the RV side. Here's Zachary No. He gets rejected in front of the net, but still alive. Rejected again. RV keeping this one. Now back on the Moorestown side. The setup for the Quakers. Ethan Lee just gets that one to go. As Moorestown will make it a 3-point lead, 10-7. Ethan Lee will go back to serve. Lee not able to get that one to clear, so back to RV it goes. Dominic Delgado checks back in for the Red Devils, as does Scott Sweeney. Fast-paced game here today. You can feel the intensity on the court out there. Both these teams want this one. Scott Sweeney will now head back to serve for the Red Devils. Good response there by Moorestown. RV's there to respond as well. Zachary No sends it over. Excuse me, Ethan Lee has it. And strong spike there by Kyle O'Sullivan. Moorestown back up by 3, 11-8. Now Ryan Lee, number 41, will head back to serve for the Quakers. Met there by the Red Devils, looking again for no. He sends that one just out once again. Now, I was going to say, I thought contact was made there at the very end, so that will go to the Red Devils. If you let that one go, it probably would have counted for Moorestown, but contact was made, so point for RV, 11-9. Moorestown looking to set this one up. Rejected in front of the net there as RV gets that one behind Jake Iconic and Joey Luce. Zachary No back to serve as it's a 1-point game. As Moorestown will give that one up and now tied up at 11. Zachary No back to serve once again. Setting this one up. That's going to head just out of bounds. No, just inbounds. Again, I think RV kind of got fooled there a little bit. But that one stays just in for Moorestown as they will now take the lead back 12-11. Quakers send this one over. Set up for Iconic. He gets rejected, but it just falls into the Moorestown side. So we have a tie game once again. And that one will head out of play there for Moorestown. Point goes to the Red Devils. They've retaken the lead now by 1, 13-12. Quakers send that one over, also out of play. Now it's Moorestown who's struggling a bit here. RV has taken a 2-point lead in set number 2. Devils have to win this set to keep the game going. Just out, and point goes back to Moorestown. 14-13 as we are halfway through set number 2. Devils sending this one over. Delgado met there by the Quakers. Not able to clear, and another point for RV. Devils maintain their 2-point lead as Fromback and Monroe check back in. Now it's RV who's on a bit of a scoring run. So they have a 2-point lead with Nate Monroe serving. Here's your setup for Lee, sends that one over, met by the Devils. Iconic sends it back. Lee with the setup, as that one's going to just stay in bounds. Just stayed in there for Moorestown, as that point will go to the Quakers. That one was awfully close, but Moorestown will get the point as they now trail by 1. Good spike. Moorestown keeps it alive. Sullivan sends it over. Great dig by McCarty. Front of the net, but still alive. Set up and back over, but RV keeps it alive on their side. Rejected again. Moorestown gets that one to fall. Tied up at 15. I've got to say, both Ryan Lee and Ethan Lee have had huge games here today for Moorestown. Devils sending this one back over. Lee's not able to save that one. And RV will retake the lead, 16-15. Jake Iconic back to serve for the Red Devils. Iconic looking to extend the lead. There, Lee sends that one over. RV's there to meet it. No sends it over. He gets them to go for RV, 17-15 Red Devils. As RV back up by 2. It's been their largest lead here in this second set. And that one's going to extend the lead now by 3. So RV's got something working for him right now. And a timeout for Moorestown. RV 18, Moorestown 15, as the Devils are trying to win set number 2 and keep this game alive. Once again, while we have a timeout, I'd like to remind our viewers that the game you're watching and other events are available for purchase from the Rvtv video library. Again, our school's webpage is rvrhs.com. And as always, all proceeds of DVD sales will benefit the Jerry Krockenberg Memorial Scholarship. So now RV and Moorestown in set number 2, as right now the Devils have got a 3-point lead here. Things are starting to work out more for them. The Quakers had a good run going in the first set, and now they've had their own struggles. So the Quakers looking to regroup here and try to come up with an answer to get these points back. Moorestown trying to close this one out in 2 sets. RV trying to extend it to the third. RV will serve behind Jake Iconic. Serve is too strong, and Moorestown will get one of those crucial points back. 18-16 RV as Moorestown tries to rally once more. McCarty setting it up. Moorestown trying to end it quickly, but RV's there to respond. Moorestown's going to get the point. And we have a 1-point game once again here now, 18-17 in set number 2. Duffy back to serve. Dig there by McCarty. Monroe setting it up. Moorestown sends it back over. Lee gets rejected in front of the net there. Great play by number 40, Tony Tolmeyer, as he extends RV's lead by 2 once again. McCarty sends it over. Quakers setting it up. Devils there to meet. Iconic setting it up now for no. Quakers keeping it alive. Lee sends it over. Strong spike. That ball goes way up in the rafters. And that point will go to Moorestown. 1-point game once again here, 19-18. As again, Moorestown hanging around here in the second set, trying to close it out. Lee sends it over. McCarty's there once again. Monroe sending up for no. No gets rejected in front of the net. RV keeps it alive, though. Monroe sends it over. Lee setting it up. Oh, Lee with a behind the back. No look kill there. Wow. That caught everybody off guard. And we have a tie game once again at 19. What a play there by Ryan Lee. Ethan Lee now sends it over. See if that's the momentum that Moorestown needed. Not on that play, though, as RV is going to get it right back. RV 20, Moorestown 19, as Delgado and Sweeney will check back in. Neck and neck here in the second set. The Devils are trying to close this one out and get to set 3. Sweeney to serve. Quakers sending it back over, just over the net. RV not able to defend. And we're tied once again at 20. This is anyone's game right now. Moorestown with a chance to take the lead. As that one is going to be awarded to RV. So the Devils holding on now, back and forth. RV back up by 1. Zachary No will go back to serve. Sending it over. And now it's RV with Iconic sending it back. Moorestown having trouble. And RV's going to get that point. They needed that one, as the Devils will now go up by 2. RV now with a chance to try to wrap this one up. Moorestown's kind of arguing this call here a little bit, as they thought it was still in play, but officials awarding this one to RV. And Moorestown, again, trying to talk this one over. And now teams are going to huddle as the officials will now discuss this one. This is a kind of a crucial call here in this game. Again, the point was awarded to RV. But Moorestown is now saying that should be heading the other way. But instead, officials will stay with the original call. Point for the Red Devils, 22-20 RV. Now Moorestown with a chance to try to get it back, and they do. 22-21. What a game here today from the RV Gymnasium. Charlie Bird Leitner now will head back for Moorestown, trailing by 1. Sends it over. And here's Iconic. He gets rejected, but that point's going to go to RV as it was last touched by Moorestown before heading out. So RV staying alive here, 23-21 in set number 2. 2 points to close it out. Moorestown sends it over, out of bounds. Same result, only this time it's Moorestown who gets the point. And back and forth we keep going, 23-22. Can Moorestown tie it? Over on the Devils side, sending it over. Great play there by RV. As that was Tolmeyer once again. RV now is a game point away, 24-22, from moving this to set number 3. What an effort here today by the Red Devils in this second set. Nate Monroe will now go back to serve. Can he give RV the win in the set? Moorestown setting this one up, looking for that play as that one's going to head out. Last touched by Moorestown, and RV is going to win set number 2. The exact same score as the previous set, 25-22, but it's RV who will win it. So now we get ready for the third and deciding set here today, and what's been a great one from the RV Gymnasium, as Moorestown wins set number 1, 25-22. RV wins set 2, 25-22. As we go to the third and deciding set here today between the Red Devils and the Quakers. So again, while we're in between the sets here, let's talk one more time about the upcoming schedule for RV. So after today, road games at Northern Burlington and Pennsauken Tech on May 2nd and 3rd. A home game back here on May 4th at 5:15 against Burlington Township. Back on the road for 2 more, May 5th at Cherry Hill West and May 8th at GCIT. And then 2 at home for the Red Devils, Wednesday, May 10th against Camden Tech, and Thursday, May 11th against Eastern. All of these games with a 5:15 start time, except for Northern Burlington, which will start at 3:45. All right, so here we go, set number 3. Both these teams have put on a great show here today, a good battle in this Olympic Conference, these 2 new Olympic Conference members, as the Red Devils and the Quakers will go to the third and deciding set here in this one. And again, it was a 3-set game the last time these teams met. So only fitting that we have 3 sets here once again. Great performances here on both sides of the Red Devils. Jake Iconics had a really nice game. Joey Luce made some big plays right up front. John Frombach as well. He's made some good plays. Tony Tolmeyer came up really big there in that last set for RV. Scott Sweeney, Steve McCarty, Dom Delgado, all key contributors here today for the Red Devils as well. Looking at the Quakers, just some of their key players, Ethan Lee and Ryan Lee have been big for Moorestown. And you also got to credit Charlie Duffy and Kyle O'Sullivan have had excellent performances here today for RV. So the Devils and the Quakers now will head to set number 3 as these teams talk final strategies. And once again, another thank you to my crew coming out here today. Declan McMullen, Savannah Head, and Jules Sue. Thank you guys for coming out. Again, this game started a little bit earlier than expected, but here we go to the third set. Well, it's been a fun one here today, so now we're going to decide a winner as Moorestown and RV will take the court. Again, RV coming to this one 4-4, Moorestown 5-3. Both teams 3-2 in the Olympic Conference. So again, looking for that crucial victory, not only in the conference, but also crucial PowerPoint victory as well. So anytime you can get a win over a team with a good winning record, your PowerPoints will certainly help reflect that. Head coaches TJ Colling and Paul Sinatra, again talking those last-minute strategies with their teams. Both teams putting on a great performance here today, and we're finally ready to start set number 3. And it will be the Red Devils who will serve first. All right, so starting things out for RV will be number 23, Scott Sweeney. Here we go. And that's going to be an ace to start things out. RV has scored the first point in each of the set today. All 3 sets, RV has scored the first point. Sweeney again. That one hits the ceiling. That's going to be a point for RV as well. In fact, if I remember correctly, RV has scored the first 2 points in each set. Sweeney now once again. Here's Moorestown sending it over. And there's the first point for set number 3 here for the Quakers. And that will be Ethan Lee heading back. First serve here in set number 3 for Moorestown. Lee sends it over. RV setting it up, puts on the fake. Moorestown having trouble. They just get it back over. Now it's RV setting it up for Fromback spikes. That's going to go for the Red Devils. Big play there by number 45, John Fromback. 3-1 RV. Back over to the RV side we go. Setting it up now for Iconic. As that one also last touch by Moorestown before it heads out. The Devils 4-1. RV is feeling some momentum right now. Midway through the second set, you can kind of feel things changing. And now Moorestown looks to rally back once again. That one's going to hit the ceiling. That'll go for the Quakers. They needed that one to end that scoring run by the Devils. So now Ryan Lee will head back for Moorestown. Not able to clear, and back to RV we go. Tony Tolmeyer checks back in for RV as the Devils go back up by 3. Joey Luce will go back to serve. Too strong, and back to Moorestown it goes. Duffy and O'Sullivan, Kyle O'Sullivan checks back in for Moorestown. Charlie Bird Leitner will go back to serve. Dig there by RV as now the Devils look to send it over. They do, and that's going to be a point for the Red Devils. Fromback comes up big again. RV 6-3 as Delgado and Monroe will check in for RV. Nate Monroe now will go back to serve. Sets this one up. Moorestown for O'Sullivan. Gets that one to go. Moorestown back within 2. Kyle O'Sullivan will go back to serve after getting that last kill. Quakers still in it here in set number 3. Trying to rally back once more. Just out of bounds, and RV will take that 3-point lead back again, 7-4. Fromback back to serve. Strong serve, that's gonna be an ace for Jake Iconic. Iconic gives RV a 4-point lead now. Not able to get that one to go, so right back to Moorestown. Dylan Mize, number 33, will now serve for the Quakers, trailing by 3. And Moorestown will get that one back, so once again, Moorestown within striking distance at 2. Mize will serve once more. McCarty setting it up, looking for Delgado. Quakers quick to respond, though. They get it back over. Here's RV now, puts on the fake. Delgado gets that one to go. Dominic Delgado, great fake by the Red Devils. As Delgado will put RV back up by 3. McCarty will go back to serve. Gotta like these adjustments the Red Devils are making here in this third set. Great dig there by Bird Leitner. RV's gonna keep it alive, setting it up. Now here's Moorestown with a spike. That's gonna get them a quick point right back. Makes it a 2-point game again, 9-7. As number 40, Ryan O'Sullivan checks back in for Moorestown. Back to serve will be number 32, Charlie Duffy. Duffy sends it over. Moorestown gets the block up front. RV keeps it alive. Lee setting it up for Ethan Lee. RV still trying to send this one back over, and they do. Now here are the Quakers setting it up. Puts on the fake of their own. Lee sends it over. It's a 1-point game. Duffy will serve once more. RV 9. Moorestown 8. Delgado gets another one for RV. Back up by 2. RV with more substitutions again as Sweeney and Fromback will check back in. Fromback's had a really nice game here today. See if he can make some more plays right in the front of the net there for the Devils. And it will be Sweeney who will head back to serve. Sweeney with RV up 2. That's another ace for Scott Sweeney. He's had a couple of those today. It's a big one for the Devils as they go back up by 3. Sweeney back to serve once more. A good dig effort there, but that's going to be an ace in the end. RV now with its largest lead here in the set, 12-8, timeout Moorestown. As the Devils are up by 4, as we're closing in on the halfway point of this third and final set. It's been a great showing here by the Red Devils as they have really responded nicely ever since, again, we mentioned that the start of that second set. The Red Devils have kind of shifted the momentum of this game, and now it's been Moorestown who's been playing from behind, it seems, as the Red Devils again take a 4-point lead here in this third and deciding set. Rv's made some great adjustments. You see Coach Colling there getting his team last couple words of advice, as the strategy they've got going right now seems to be working well. Let's see if Moorestown can try to make some adjustments of their own. As we come out of the timeout, it will be Rv serving once again. Scott Sweeney, who just had 2 straight aces. Make it 3. Scott Sweeney is feeling it right now. He's on a roll. Another big point for Rv as they go up by 5. Again, Moorestown won the first set 25-22. Rv won the second set 25-22. And Sweeney again, as that one's going to touch the ceiling. And anytime that happens, that kind of ends the play. So that's a huge break for the Quakers. That ends Scott Sweeney's serving streak there. So now a 4-point game, 13-9. Red Devils looking for Zachary No. As that serve, that dig I should say, just heads out of bounds. Good heads up play there by the Red Devils just to let it go. As Rv will head back up by 5. Zachary No will serve. Set up for the Quakers. Sending it over on the spike. And the point again awarded to Rv as that one heads out of bounds. Rv with its second largest lead, we'll say, of the day. Back up by 6, 15-9. They led by 6 in the first set. And Moorestown trying to wrap this point, and they finally get it there. A good second and third effort by Rv, but Moorestown gets that point that they needed. So now Rv 15, Moorestown 10, as we are closing in on those dramatic moments in the third and final set. Rv sending this one out, too strong. And the Quakers trying to rally once again in this game. They've done it a couple of times. Now trailing by 4. Trying to stay alive in the third set. Rv will send this one over. Rejected in front of the net there. Combination Ryan O'Sullivan and Dylan Mize. As now Moorestown defensively has made some nice plays. And keeping in possession here for for Moorestown, as they lead trail Rv by 3. Sorry, this game is too exciting. Getting a little tongue-tied here. All right, Rv back in possession. Moorestown again gets another point to go. Ryan O'Sullivan coming up huge right now for the Quakers. Timeout Rv. The Devils led by 6. They now lead by 2. As again, Moorestown is finding a way to rally back in this one. Rv 15, Moorestown 13. My goodness, what a good one we've got here today between these two. Here in the third set, as these teams have been battling all evening. Rv and Moorestown now getting ready to come out of that timeout. Rv had all the momentum going for him, and now that you can sense the Quakers are starting to get it back a little bit. Moorestown will now serve. Ryan Lee, who's had a huge game for the Quakers, as the Devils now look to try to end this rally. Lee serves. Devils setting it up from, Iconic. Back over and out of play. The point goes back to RV. So the Devils needed that one. Get back up by 3. As Tolmeyer will check back in for RV. And Luce will go back to serve. That's going to go way out of bounds. And RV will extend their lead back to 4. Joey Luce with the serve. Moorestown sends it over. Point awarded to the Quakers. And now Charlie Bird Leitner will go back. RV 17, Moorestown 14, and set number 3. Dig by RV. Off the tip. Moorestown keeps it alive. Lee sends it over. Another good dig by the Devils. Iconic. Strong play there by Jake. Iconic. As RV takes a 4-point lead back. Iconics had a strong game here today for the Red Devils. All right, Nate Monroe back to serve as RV back up by 4. Setting it up. Now back on the RV side, looking for Delgado. Moorestown's there to meet, though. O'Sullivan and Duffy. Or actually, correction, that one will go to the Red Devils. So now RV back up by 5. Lee setting it up. Not able to convert. And the Devils are feeling that now. RV 20, Moorestown 14. Monroe will send it over. Not able to clear, and Moorestown gets a break. Quakers have a lot of rallying to do as they're now down by 5. Back to serve, number 1, Kyle O'Sullivan. He can't get it to go, and RV gets it right back. RV is 4 points away from winning this one. Again, Moorestown won the first set. RV won the second. And now RV with a chance to win this game. 21-15. Iconic sends it over. Moorestown having trouble. They do get it over. Now back on the RV side. And Moorestown stays alive as Ethan Lee comes up big again for the Quakers. Dylan Mize will now head back. Trailing by 5. Just stays in. And now it's a 4-point game. Moorestown trailing 21-17. Not able to go, and Moorestown will give it right back. Devils are 3 points away from winning this one. Stephen McCarty back to serve. A good play there, and RV's. Well, Moorestown keeps that one alive. See if RV can finish that one. Not yet. Moorestown will take it right back. All right, the Quakers staying alive in this one. This has been a heck of a game here, folks. 22-18, Red Devils. Just gets it over. No, sends it out. And the Devils get another one. RV 2 points away. Sweeney and Frombach check back in for RV as Sweeney will go back to serve. Moorestown's had a lot of trouble with Sweeney with his serves today. Let's see if he can finish things up for RV. Scott Sweeney sends it over. Moorestown meets that time. And that one's going to go to RV. Game point now for the Red Devils. Can RV close this one out and take home a big victory in the Olympic Conference? Scott Sweeney with a chance to win the game. Sends it over. And guess what? It's an ace! How fitting of an ending as Scott Sweeney does it again. RV defeats Moorestown 25-18 in set number 3. They win the game here today over the Quakers. Both teams will see their records move to 5-4 as the Devils get a crucial victory over the Quakers. Once again, a thank you to my crew, Declan McMullen, Savannah Head, and Joel Sue. Thank you for coming out, and thank you for watching this edition of RVTV's Game of the Week. We'll see you next time.